It's the bye week for the Tennessee Titans. Before we get into today's show, I have a question for you guys. How are you feeling right now during the bye week? How good are you feeling? 1 on the low end, 10 on the high end. I think I'm feeling pretty good with a bunch of wins in a row now for Tennessee. So let me know in the comment section. How good are you feeling during the bye week, 1 to 10? I don't even know where to begin with this one. The Athletic suggests the Titans should go trade for wide receiver A.J. Brown. If you're going, wait, what the hell? Yes, this was mostly tongue-in-cheek by the Athletic, so F you a little bit. Here's what they wrote, and then we'll, have that conversation again. The Titans could really use an explosive receiver capable of making the most of a handful of targets in a run-first offense. Brown, meanwhile, only had 3 catches, 32 yards, and the Eagles win over the Cardinals and appears to be behind Dallas Goedert, DeVonta Smith, the Eagles passing a pecking order. It feels like a match made in heaven, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get it. We're making fun of Tennessee trading A.J. Brown. That's how it goes sometimes, right? He's been good Philadelphia. Make no mistake about it. The Titans passing game, not what it was. You're also baking on Treylon Burks to get healthier. Again, this type of kind of tongue-in-cheek joke also loses the nuance involved. Those of you who have been sub for a while know I didn't want to trade away A.J. Brown. I wanted to pay him and make him the focal point of my offense, but I also think Tennessee was a bit worried about the injuries involving Brown, and that was why he didn't get to 1,000 yards last year. He went 869 because he missed time. He's almost halfway there this season. So, look, I get it. It's annoying to have the whole conversation again. But the trade of A.J. Brown was never supposed to be a 5-week thing. It was supposed to be, let's check in 2 or 3 years, when Treylon Burks hopefully becomes the new A.J. Brown for the Tennessee Titans. Kyle Phillips can be your slot, banking on Robert Woods staying healthy, your ground game doing great. The Athletic in that article went through one trade for each team in their power rankings. I would have much rather explored a viable trade. How about our offensive linemen? Something we've done before here on the channel. We look at actual things. Trade makes no sense. To be clear, if anyone took that as serious, that whole Athletic argument, it's not. It's not a serious conversation because that's not how it works at all. But in the dream the impossible hypothetical world in which you could redo the trade, would you want to bring back A.J. Brown, especially in light of all of his rather I'm not mad, but I'm mad comments about the Titans? Would you want to do it? Y for yes, N for no. The ad break comes here on YouTube. Head down there. Have some fun. Let me know Y or N. All right, ESPN, they have a very interesting and more feasible trade idea, an AFC South swap. ESPN has suggested the Titans go trade for Texans pass rusher Jerry Hughes, the longtime veteran in his age 34 campaign. Here's what Bill Barnwell wrote, and then we'll break down the trade idea that he had in a little bit. The Titans sorely need edge rushing help. Harold Landry III is done for the year with a torn ACL, while Bud Dupree has been limited to 21 snaps over the past 4 weeks with a hip issue. Rashad Weaver has filled in admirably with 4 sacks and 7 knockdowns, but with Dupree's status looking shaky, the Titans could stand to add at least one edge to fuel their hopes of contending this postseason. Jerry Hughes, by the way, has had a bit of a resurgent year. He's got 4 sacks and 3 TFLs on the campaign. It's been very impressive for a guy that hasn't been as productive in recent years. He's also not that expensive, and if we're being honest, Houston's bad. In fact, Hughes already has 4 sacks this year, which he's a half sack away from matching his previous high dating back the past couple of years. Hughes has been quite impressive so far for this Texans team. Here was the trade idea from Bill Barnwell. Houston gets edge rusher Jerry Hughes. The Texans get a 5th-round pick. Selling high for Houston. I don't mind this, especially, God forbid, knock on wood, if Rashad Weaver goes down too or Bud Dupree stays hurt. You are way too thin at the edge rusher spot. So what do you think of this trade? If you were GM John Robinson, if you ran the Titans, would you do it? T for trade or P for pass? Your spot to have your opinion. Sound off for me in the comments section. Oh, by the way, we are 187 subs away from 5K. We are this close. I want to get there as soon as humanly possible. So if you want free Titans videos all season and off season long, hit that big red button and subscribe for free videos right here. Let's talk injuries now. And I'll make note, it's the bye, so you've got time to get healthy. For now, we can call them all questionable, but it's also a little early in the week to know that for certain. Bud Dupree is still battling that hip injury, which that deal's not worked out great yet. Amani Hooker has a concussion right now. Zach Cunningham has that elbow injury that he's kind of been battling a little bit as of late. Nate Davis, the offensive guard, continues to battle that knee, which is a bit of a red flag for me. And this is all the injuries probably coming out of last week's game, just to be clear. Joe Jones, the backup linebacker, has his knee issue. And then Ole Adeniyi, who missed last week's game, along with Dupree and Jones and Cunningham and Hooker, are all a bit banged up. I think Davis is going to be on the injury report most weeks with that knee. He'll get some vet rest days, I think, from that standpoint. But hopefully, Adeniyi, Cunningham, Dupree, and Jones, after missing last week, can come back and be healthy. Now, you can bet on every single NFL game, including your Tennessee Titans, over on BetUS. Head over to chatsports.com/bet and use promo code CHAT125. When you put down at least $100, they're going to give you an extra $125 for free. By the way, the AFC South odds make absolutely no sense right now. The Colts, who are not a good football team and are 2-1, are the betting favorite. Tennessee's plus 180. Jacksonville's plus 200. Houston at plus 3,000. And it does make sense, by the way. Tennessee should be the betting favorite. I am very confused why they're not. Vegas wants to believe in Indy. And Tennessee will prove them wrong, by the way. In Week 7, you can bet on the Titans to win this. Do it right now. Because if you think Tennessee's going to win the division, the odds are only going to go up the next 2 weeks when they've got the Colts and the Texans. They should win both those games. Lose to KC, it's fine. And the Denver Broncos in Week 10, by the way, are not looking all that great either. So I think that's in good shape there. So head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code CHAT125. It's the bye week, by the way, and I would like to once again anoint Derrick Henry as the MVP of this team before the bye. Not the best start to the year. Got going a little bit as things went on. He continues to be an immensely pivotal part of this ground game. Already has 104 carries, folks. Guy's averaging 20 carries per game. The workload he gets is insane. Yes, he's below 4 yards per carry. That is okay. 5 touchdowns, 408 yards. He is the engine that drives the offense, and that's true for this team, more so than most teams that have a really good running back. So I am optimistic that Henry will continue. I think the bye comes at a good time. I'd love to get his workload down, but I know how important he is from that standpoint. Now, I went with Derrick Henry. Before we go, I want to hear from you guys. Who do you think is the Titans' MVP through 5 games? Let me know in the comments section. Derrick Henry, you can go Ryan Tannehill, a defensive player, whatever route you want to go. Go Mike Vrabel if you want to, I guess. Drop a name, player or coach, in the comments section.